Three items of interest today. So, in case you haven't heard this, CNN, the cable news network, announced yesterday that it will cut its entire science, technology, and environmental news staff. A source at the network who asked not to be named said the move is a strategic and structural business decision to cut staff, unrelated to the current economic downturn. Financially, CNN is doing very, very well, the source said. Now, the decision to eliminate the positions, and particularly those positions, seems particularly misguided at a time when world events seem to warrant expanding science and environmental coverage. I got this from the Crooks and Liars website, by the way, and this next article too. Evidently, Deepak Chopra, an American Indian from India, I guess. I don't follow his stuff, but evidently he had some interview over at Fox News with Sean Hannity, in which his viewpoints were, as usual, misrepresented. You know, I don't know what the guy was thinking, even going on Fox to begin with. But anyway, it seems like Mr. Chopra had something to say to Sean Hannity, and he says, "I sent the following letter to Sean Hannity recently in response to his misrepresentation of what I said on how his show regarding the Mumbai terrorist attacks. I have not received any response from him. Dear Sean, I saw a report about last night's show that quotes you as follows." Hannity continued by saying, "We had Deepak Chopra on last night and he's blaming America. He was blaming America for the attacks in Mumbai, and I challenged him on it, and I'm like, wait a minute. We've done so well in America. Why are you blaming us? We protect 100% of the world's population, and we're only 4% of it." So this was Sean Hannity on this interview. "I'm really disappointed in you." This is Chopra talking now. "I'm really disappointed in you. Do you not remember your other guest when I was on, former Defense Secretary Bill Cohen? He made the same point I did about America's policy towards jihadists. Are we creating more terrorists than killing them?" Ironically, this question is attributed to Donald Rumsfeld. It really doesn't matter to me personally whether you agree with me or not. Leaving our debate aside, your habit of taking statements out of context and playing the blame game is sad. You have a powerful platform that influences many people. Why do you use your influence to monger fear, militancy, divisiveness, and jingoism? I was hoping to come back on your show and have a reflective, intelligent dialogue, but perhaps the attack mode is the only way you know how to make a living. The best excuse for your dishonest accusations against me is that you don't believe what you're saying. The far right has deflated, so you're now here to pump it up with hot air. So if you stop blowing, you'll be out of a job. I empathize. Love, Deepak. And this is from a different news source, a writer by the name of Mike Ferner. And I will post a link to that article because I have it actually pretty much in front of me. The Army Times reported on September the 30th of this year that a combat brigade of about 4,000 troops, which could be called for civil unrest and crowd control, had been assigned inside the United States for the first time since Reconstruction. Civil libertarians reacted immediately, noting that the Posse Comitatus Act prohibits federal military personnel from acting in any law enforcement capacity within the United States. Peace activists condemned the decision as well. It's a sad day for America when our government is preparing to protect itself by using the military on its own citizens. Now, in a December 1st story, the Washington Post reports that the Pentagon plans to have not just 4,000, but 20,000 uniformed troops inside the United States by 2011. Dedicating 20,000 troops to domestic response would have been an extraordinary, so extraordinary for it to be unbelievable. Paul McHale, Assistant Defense Secretary for Homeland Defense, said, but the realization that civilian authorities may be overwhelmed in a catastrophe prompted a fundamental change in military culture. The report in the Post made no mention whatsoever of civil unrest and crowd control, focusing instead on the troops' ability to help state and local officials respond to a nuclear terrorist attack or other domestic catastrophe. However, the Army Times report of September notes very prominently that the 1st Brigade Combat Team's commander, Colonel Roger Cloutier, said his soldiers will learn how to use first ever package of so-called non-lethal weapons that the Army has fielded, referring to crowd and traffic control equipment and weapons designed to subdue individuals without outright killing them. It's a new modular package of non-lethal capabilities. They've been used in pieces of it in Iraq, but this is the first time that these modules were consolidated, and this package has been fielded. And because of this mission that we're undertaking, we're the first to get it. Where are these unruly American crowds, and who are the dangerous individuals these non-lethal weapons will be used on? Exactly what is in the Pentagon and local police departments' arsenals? The answers are hidden in plain sight on the internet. Go on down the rabbit hole and find out. Here is a small sampling of what the Mad Hatter has in mind. And I'll post a link to that, definitely. Thanks for listening, and have a good week, or try to.